this man. He has changed my life. Back with my good friend Tony Robbins. Our audience is getting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to ask him real-life questions, and we want to get right to it. Bill, you have one?
Bill Carmody, you've interviewed dozens of billionaires and successful people. What's one quality they all share?
That's a great question. I'd say I love wicked intelligence, somebody who's incredibly smart. But there's a lot of smart people who can't fight their way out of a paper bag. I'd say the most important element is hunger, a hunger that doesn't go away. If you look at a guy like Richard Branson, he's as hungry today when he was 16 years old and started Virgin, right? But most people get hungry to achieve a goal, and then they achieve it and they drop out. But if your hunger is to never become, never do, be, share, or give less than you're capable of, then there's no limit to what you can achieve.
And you're a living example of that. You came from humble beginnings, and you've never forgotten that, and you've gone and done others. Katerina, you have a question for Tony?
I do. So I'm a young adult breaking into a competitive workforce. How can I stay motivated to follow my dream?
Well, the secret to really achieving anything is momentum, and I'd love to show you just why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Did you ever notice how happy people tend to get happier and sad or depressed people get more depressed? There's a reason. If you look over here on this graphic, I can show you really quick. There's 4 squares here: potential, action, results, and belief or certainty or attitude. What's the potential of any human being? How many would agree that most of us can do just about anything we set our minds to? Would you agree?
Yeah.
But most people don't tap that full potential. They take little action. And what happens is if you don't think, oh, it's not going to work, I've tried before, the relationship falls out, I never make money. If you have a limiting belief, you're going to use very little potential, because who's going to take action when you think it's not going to work? You'll take little action, little potential, you get little results. Well, what does that do to your belief? You go, see, I told you it would never work. So now you tap less potential, less action, less results, and now you're on the downward spiral. But if you can step in and change, not your potential, it's already great. You can change your actions, but if you walk around saying you wouldn't want to do this with me, would you? You know, you can take lots of action, still not get a result. What you have to do is change your belief. And the way to do that is get results in advance. And I'm going to show you really fast. Would you stand up? I'll show you, because they're giving me very little time. Stand up and I'll show you really fast.
Come on, Carolina.
Most of you know that over the years, they've done research in basketball, for example, where they take a group of people that practice for 30 days, a group that don't practice, and a group that only practices in their mind. But they see it successful every time. Because it's successful every time, it trains their body to do it, and they become the best free throw shooters. So I want you to try something. Put your feet together straight ahead. And what I want you to do is put your fingers straight in front of you like this, and then just slowly and comfortably turn clockwise, and notice where you naturally stop. Right? And then once you see the spot, come back around, take your finger out of your neighbor's ear, close your eyes, and we're going to do something so simplistic. You all know athletes visualize. Imagine your finger is coming up again, see and feel it coming up. Don't actually do it, but make it feel like it. You see and feel it coming up, and then see and feel yourself turning twice as far this time, and feel it and enjoy it. And then do it a second time, 3 times as far. And then do it a 3rd time like you're a little kid and like you're an owl. Your feet stay straight and you go all the way around to the front. Okay, now open your eyes, put your finger out, and now go as far as you can and see what's happened. Oh my gosh. Okay, how many of you went significantly further? Raise your hand. How many went at least 25% further? Raise your hand. So how is that possible? You always have the same potential. That didn't change. Your actions changed. Your results changed because we changed your belief. How do we do it? We got you to get results in your mind, which told your body you're in great shape. So once you do this is how we change. This is how you break through. You know, whenever you say you've given your best and you get there, and what do you find out? There's always another level. This is the way you get momentum. And all of us right now are going one direction or the other. You might be doing really well with your kids in a positive way, but your finances, you're not so tapping so much because your belief is limited. So this book is designed to, I made it so that you can't afford not to read it. In 4 hours, you will know a plan to protect yourself and your family and take advantage of the next time. You remember Jack Kennedy, our president? Joe Kennedy, his father, in 1929, had $3 million. In 1932, after the crash, he had $185 million. The crash is your greatest opportunity. Don't be afraid. Educate yourself. That's what this is about.
Because we all are about fear, and sometimes fear just needs the eye of a needle to get through it, and it consumes us. But but you're fearful. We're all. It's not being. If you're waiting to not be afraid, you're going to be waiting a long time. Get off the sidelines.
Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you're afraid, but you do it anyway. And it's just really training yourself. And you can do this with anything in your life. So you can have a seat. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. I know they were still standing. You know, we promised, because we're going to stay on Facebook Live after the program goes off, because there are a lot of people on social media that were asking questions, and we want to get to them, but we don't have time here. Have about 30 seconds left, and again, I want to tell everybody all the proceeds go to Feeding America.
Yes.
Tell a little bit more about it. Okay.
And if any of you want to join me, you know, we live in a country, the richest country in the world. We have 47 million people that go to bed each night not knowing if where they're going to get food the next day. And 17 million are children and the elderly. I was one of those people. It's not I'm a good person. It's just I know what that feels like. If you want to join me, I'll match any amount you do if you go to feedingamerica.org up to $5 million. Okay. So you'll make the thing happen.
So we have that. And Unshakable is out now. And guess what? Everybody in the audience is getting it. Everybody in the audience.